Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. If you enjoy, leave a like and subscribe. Today's video is going to be about episode 11, Shattered. Now this episode follows up right where episode 10 left off, The Phantom Apprentice. We see Rex and 501st with Ahsoka and Maul in custody land on a landing pad in Mandalore as we see Ahsoka leave the ship and we see Bo greet her and say, "Wow, I'm impressed. I can't believe you actually caught Maul." Well, I added that part, but wow, I'm impressed. You caught Maul, and we see her hand Ahsoka's lightsabers over to her, as we see in the previous episode. As she dropped her lightsabers, and so then after that we see Rex go over to Ahsoka, says that the council is waiting for her, and she says, "Is Anakin there?" And Rex says, "When I left, he was still there." So then they walk into the room where they're going to have the briefing, and we see right away Mace Windu say, "I sense a plot to destroy the Jedi." Now this is a very cool scene because we see this in Revenge of the Sith, and this is the first time we ever seen something in an animated series include from something from the movie. So then after that we see Ahsoka and Rex walk in, and Ahsoka asks, "Where's Anakin?" And they say Anakin went to go tell Chancellor Palpatine that Obi-Wan was sent to Utapau to go capture General Grievous, to get Chancellor Palpatine's reaction on it. And we see Ahsoka. They congratulate her on getting Maul, and he says, "Back for the Republic, are you back as a Jedi?" And she says, "No, this was a citizen duty." And after that we see Maul talking to Yoda about Palpatine, and she asks, "What about Palpatine?" And you see one of Mace Windu's like kind of jerk side, saying, "This is Jedi Council business only, not for a citizen." And after that we see all the Jedis leave except for Yoda and Ahsoka. And Yoda asks Ahsoka, "Something on your mind? You have a message for Skywalker?" And Ahsoka says, "Yes, but I want to tell Anakin face to face," which really makes this episode more gut-wrenching because of Order 66. She could have stopped it all by telling the council about what Maul told her, the vision that Maul had about a sense of a plot destroying the Jedi, and how Anakin is going to be Palpatine, Darth Sidious apprentice. So they probably could have stopped it all right there, stopped Order 66, stopped all stars, but we all know that that didn't happen. So I'm just saying this is what makes it more gut-wrenching. So then after that we see Maul and captured with Bo, and now this device that Maul is in was used by the old Mandalorian Empire back when they were in control. It could control force wielders, and it could control it and just stabilize it, kind of like kryptonite. And we see after that we see Bo hand Maul over to Ahsoka, as we see that this is the last time that Ahsoka will see Bo on before Order 66. So after that we see 501st Rex and Ahsoka go up to the a Republic ship, and we see them go in the room, and we see Ahsoka expressing her feelings about as some clones took Maul and put him in a sail. And after that we see Rex and Ahsoka as they jump to light speed to go to Coruscant. We see her talking about how Ahsoka expressing her feelings about the Jedi, and how they're about peace, but nothing has been peace. Like, they treat her like a soldier. And Rex tries to bring some light to it, because he says if this war would have never happened, the clones would have never been made. And he brought that to her attention, and she says, "Yes, that's true. Some good things could come out of anything." After this we see Rex get news saying that there's a briefing that's going to be go on, and he asks Ahsoka if she wants to go in the room, and Ahsoka says, "No, I'm sure it's just more good news." Now we all know what's about to happen now. At this moment, when I watched this, I was like, "Oh shoot, I already know what's going to happen." Rex goes in the room, and we see Maul's eyes as he's meditating, like kind of meditating, but like in the dark side way. And he hears the cries and screams of Revenge of the Sith, and so does Ahsoka, as we hear Anakin say, "No, I need him. It's not the Jedi way," and stuff like that. And it's actually pretty cool. It's actually a mixture of the actor who plays Anakin's voice in Clone Wars and Hayden Christensen's voice. It was like mixed up. It was really cool. And that was another thing that came from Revenge of the Sith that made it into this episode. And we see Anakin say that, and then we see Rex. We see Rex in the clones as he's shaking, and Ahsoka goes over there to ask him, "Is everything all right?" And we see Rex slowly shake and drop his helmet and turn to Ahsoka and point his blasters there, saying, "Find fives, find fives, find fives." And before blasting her along with two other clones, a part of 501st. And we see, after that, obviously, we see Ahsoka dodge each blast, and we see her escape. And then we see her go over to, as she escapes, we see Rex talking to 501st, saying, she's done treason by being a Jedi. We need to find her and hunt her down and kill her. And anyone else who disagrees is a part of treason. And one of the clones says, "What about Maul?" And he sends people to go kill Maul as well. So then we see Maul captured, and we see these two clones about to execute him. And we see Ahsoka force push these two clones to the walls, and she says, I hope I don't regret this," and sets Maul free. And Maul says, "Hand me one of your lightsabers," and she says, "No, you're just a diversion. Go and basically go crazy, kind of." And so as we see him go out, in the Maul streak was just too much. Maul 100% already unlocked the Star Wars Rebels appearance for him on Battlefront. Now I'm just playing now. So anyways, he goes out there and impales a couple clones and keeps on going on. And we see Ahsoka walk into a droid department and actually power up a droid, R7. And we see R7 show her what's causing Rex and all these clones to turn on her because of a chip in their head. And so after that, she creates a plan to capture Rex. And one of the droids bump into Rex and show him one of the video of her saying that and saying something. And then after that, we see him tell me where she is right now, and pointing his blaster at her, at the droid R7. And we see she distracts him. Ahsoka jumps down and distracts him, and we see one of the droids stun him as he gets electrocuted, falls down, and two droids pick him up. Ahsoka helps pick him up and put him on a droid and takes him to a medical base. And as we see that, that the medical droid can't find where the chip is, so she has to use the Force to find the chip. And we see as she uses the Force, saying, "I'm one with the Force is with me, I'm one with the Force is with me." And we see Rex saying it too, and it's really built up a lot of pressure, because during they were doing that, two clones were busting open the door. So then they open up the door, and as Rex goes into the thing to get the thing out, so she did that, and it showed the medical droid where the chip was so that they could remove the chip. And as that, it really builds up a lot of pressure. And we see as clones get through the door and fire some blast at Ahsoka, and Ahsoka dodges almost all of them and gets hit once. And then we see We see Rex rise up with his blasters pointing at something we didn't know what he was aiming at, and then we see him blast two clones, which is, really means a lot, because if you think about it, Rex had to killed his brothers. 501st killed two of his brothers to save Ahsoka. As the door shuts, and they have a nice heartfelt moment, and then we see the door being and we see that Rex is back, the chip is out, and then we see the door being sliced open, and then that's where it ends. So, and the credits will roll. Tell me what you guys thought about this episode. Leave a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.